Hey guys, it's Justin again with another video. This is going to be something a little different. This is going to be kind of a new beginning for this channel. As you can see in front of me, I have my completed Kill Team Octarius box. The only thing that in this box that is missing, one of the orc troops ended up MIA. I think one of the cats might have knocked him down. He might be under the refrigerator or something. I'll find him eventually. But this is the entirety of the Kill Team Octarius box set, fully painted to not a very high standard, but I think a decently high standard. I put a lot of effort into all of these models, and I'm very proud of where they are. But that kind of leads me to where I've been, what I've been doing. So just to kick all this off, at some point I will upload, I have a tutorial on how I did the weathering on all of these terrain pieces. I am very happy with how I painted these and how quickly I was able to get these results. I think they look really nice. I think they fit the theme of the game and the setting very well. I'm very proud of them, but I'm also not really like a miniature painter or like really even good at miniature painting, but it's something I enjoy. So I found myself here recently more and more invested and interested in playing these games and building these models. I feel like there's more of a purpose to it. I feel like it generally just makes me happier than you know, what I've recently experienced working with Gunpla and stuff like that. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I'm not completely done with Gunpla. I still have a pretty hefty backlog that I would at some point like to get through. I do still plan on building and painting a pretty good chunk of those models. I still have my build off with Joey that I need to finish, and that will be finished. As far as Gundam stuff goes, that is the top of my list. I will be taking care of that. But you know, this is just, it's far more interesting to me. It lets me get to the part that I enjoy the most a little bit faster. I get to spend time painting different materials, different textures, different things. It's not just let me airbrush a base coat, maybe do some pre-shading, and I'm done. Now, I'm not sure what type of content exactly I'm planning on producing as far as this stuff goes. I don't think I'm going to step into the realm of battle reports or anything like that. I don't think I'm comfortable enough with the rules that I think I would definitely upset somebody by playing these games maybe wrong. I don't know. I play for fun. I'm not super competitive or anything like that. It's usually me and my wife or me and one of my friends playing, so we just kind of keep it casual. But I do enjoy painting them, I enjoy building them, I enjoy a little bit of the customization, some of the lore and stuff, so maybe some, I don't want to say tutorials, but like some how I paint videos, things like that. I've got mostly sci-fi stuff. I do have some fantasy stuff here and there. But most of what I do is sci-fi. So a lot of what I did here was not documented. I did it in my free time. It took me about, on and off since it released, I'd say about a month and a half to do this entire table, which most of it was spent working on the troops. There's a lot of detail on all these guys, and some of them, like this guy for example, I just realized he's not actually finished. I still have to paint his oven mitt and like some of his other just little teeny tiny miscellaneous details, but you know, for the most part these guys are finished. So this is old news. We're not worried about this right now. So what I want to do is I want to jump into the next box set. I picked up Chalmeth. This is the first expansion to Kill Team. So you can pretty much, for the most part, you can buy this box and start playing. To my knowledge, what is not in this box is you're not going to get barricades, you're not going to get rangefinders, and you're not going to get the core rules. Now, I could be wrong about that core rules part. I believe maybe there's something in the Chalmeth box that details how to play the game, but I don't think that's the case. So if you happen to pick this box up, or you're interested in this box and you haven't played Kill Team before, you don't have any of the other stuff, you'll need a core book, and you will need the tokens and the rangefinder set. I think that's like $20 or $30, and that gets you all that stuff. And then the rule book is $50. Aside from that, you'll need a Kill Team to play, maybe an opponent. If you don't have a friend, or you have a friend who's interested, this is probably a good way to get into it. So we're going to go ahead and open this up as well. This is just going to be kind of something else to add onto this video in case you are curious. There are plenty of other unboxings that are probably going to be better than mine on the internet, but that's okay. I'm no stranger to mediocrity. I'm cool with it. So in this box, you are going to get 2 new kill teams, a Sisters of Battle kill team, which consists of mostly new models to my knowledge, and a Tau kill team, which is mostly old models with an upgrade sprue and some extra stuff. There's going to be rules in here for the Chalmeth setting. You're going to get a playmat. You're going to get terrain to go with it. And then you're going to, in that book, you're going to have a lot of missions. You're going to have the data cards for these kill teams. And then you can kind of take it from there and do what you want with it. So before I even jump into this box, I want to say that I think part of my plan is going to be, I'm going to set a little bit of a goal for myself. I would like to get this entire box done before the next expansion comes out. So they've already announced that every kill team expansion is going to come out every 3 months basically. You're going to get new kill teams, a new kill zone, and then new missions and stuff to go along with that. So I've got about a 3-month span to build and paint this entire kill team box. So I'm expecting something around the time it took me to get this one, maybe a little less, because I think the Tau Pathfinders are going to be really easy to paint. And then I think the terrain I might be able to crank out at a relatively good speed. As far as what I'm planning at the moment, the terrain is going to be built as the instructions recommend, just because I want to be able to play it by the missions in the book, and then kind of mix and match with this stuff and some of the other terrain that I have. The kill teams we will go over individually in their own videos, but I will go through and show you the sprues and what is included right now. So unlike the old, or the last box, this is a flip box with a little tab on the side, and then you pull out a tray, and that's going to show you all your runners and stuff. So right on the top, your Sisters of Battle sprue is going to be stuck to everything else in the box. So you're going to have 2 sprues for Sisters. So let me scoot this off to the side so you can try to show this off with a little bit less interference. So a pretty large sprue for your Sisters. You've got like your large lady here, some of your troops down here. Looks like there's 2 different kinds of banners. That's kind of cool. Very into that. Okay. And then I think your other squad is Repentia. So you got a lot of swords, chain swords and stuff like that. Melee focus. So it's looking like 2 5-man squads in here. With a Repentia maybe superior. I could be wrong about that. So all in all, I think you're going to get 10 units for this faction. That's just the upgrade sprue. So let me go find it. So your Tau sprue is, again, a large sprue. This is an older sprue, so if you buy, like, I think it's a Tau, whatever their generic troops are, I don't think it's Fire Warriors, but maybe it is. I don't know. But if you buy that box, you get this sprue. What's new is this sprue. So you're going to get a new set of legs, tons of arms, tons of heads, tons of extra equipment. So this is excuse me. As far as I know, this is exclusive to this box right now. Now I do believe this will be released on its own later, but I think at this exact moment this is exclusive to this box. So some new weapons, and then a lot of extra gear just for kill team. And then we get into what takes up a very large portion of this box, and that's the terrain. So we're going to separate this out just a little bit. You get 3 of this sprue. On this sprue you're going to have some damaged wall sections, some pillars. I think this is just like a half wall. And then these are kind of configured in a way that you can kind of combine them, and I think they're made to be kind of modular. So if you put magnets in here, I don't think this is the one that was built to be magnetized, but you can kind of set it up so that you can move the walls and stuff around if you decide to go that route. Next you're going to get 2 of these large wall sections. This is going to give you 4 large walls, and then you're going to get 4 total pillars, some damaged sections, some like vent covers, damaged roof sections. Excuse me. And then you're going to get 2 roof section / damaged wall sections. So this is pretty much the terrain set that came with the original Kill Team box. If you have the 1.0 Kill Team box, this is the terrain that was inside of that. Which is really nice because I already have that, I already have it built, so I can already take what I have and expand upon that using, well, I can expand this using that. And the last sprue is just some pillars with a big gateway that looks pretty insane. There's some like overhang stuff here. So it's really nice to know that this is the old Kill Team terrain. So technically I already have this, so I can take that, I can take it apart, and then I can use it to supplement this. If there's something that like I want to do a little bit differently, I can use that set to do it. Next, we've got a fancy little poster kind of thing. It actually didn't get too dinged up. I don't think I'm going to hang this up or anything, but it's cool that it's in there. So we have that. Next we have the Chalmeth Book with the assembly instructions. I will go through that briefly here in a minute. And then at the bottom of the box, I don't think I saw any other bases. I did not receive any bases. Huh. That's weird. Hold on now. Let me go back in the box. Yeah, I did not get any bases at all. Wow. Alright, well it looks like I get to call customer service and deal with that. So, here's your playmat. That's all fine and dandy. It's really nice. It's just like this one. Same material and all, I imagine. So let's go ahead and cut into this, have a look at the book real quick. I'm not going to do like a really deep dive into this thing, but I do want to like have a look at it and see what's inside. So, assembly instructions, you're going to get, you're going to start with your towel. That's going to show you how to build each of the specialists. Now, I'm already curious how this is going to work, so I'm going to have to go through the data sheets and figure out what I want to build and how I want to field these guys, what I think they'd be good at. Then you get your drone. You can build this particular, you get 2 drones, and I think you can build them either way you want. And then there's this large recon drone which has guns and some other stuff in it. Then you jump into your sisters. You get 2 Novitit Superiors. You got a bunch of head options, tons of head options. That's cool. And then you get Militants, Hospitalers. I'm definitely building one of those. The Reliquarius, which is your banner. You've got the Exactor. You've got the Dialogus. I don't know, I'm probably saying that wrong, but whatever. lots of really cool models here. So, can't wait to get onto that. Then we jump straight into terrain. I think you start by just building a bunch of the walls out, and then they'll show you how to build specific sections, and then eventually you will have a table full of terrain. Now, one thing that I think is weird is some of these you have to cut the top sections off. I feel like maybe they could have just molded one or two of those and given them to you, but whatever. That's a pretty minor gripe, I think. So, handy dandy stuff there. And then finally, we have the Chalmeth Book. Let's see. So, gives you an introduction to the setting, some story, some really nice artwork. Tells you about the war zone, the factions that are in the war zone, what they might be doing there. And then you learn about the Adeptus Sororitas and their kill teams. Really nice art again. Learn about some of the orders. And then you learn about the kill zone. Slum Stack 451A. I really like this red with like the dark metal. So I think I'm probably going to use that scheme. And then you learn, you know, some of the things you can do. So if you play narrative, you can name your kill team. You can name each of your models. You get some extra bases, some quirks and stuff if you want to play that way. Give you an idea of how they might play, and then a little chapter of some lore. Then we jump into Tau. Some of the Tau kill teams. Some of the seps of the Tau, and then you jump straight into the same stuff for them, the name of their casts, their ranks, their sept, their individual names, and you can name your kill teams, and then the same thing, some bases, backgrounds, quirks, special tac ops for everything. So tac ops give you secondary and tertiary objectives to accomplish while you're playing the game. So each faction gets 3 extra ones. And then this is going to show you how to assemble each of these kill teams. So following the instructions in the book, you should end up with a 10-man kill team that meets the requirements here on this. And then here are their abilities, their ploys, and then their data sheets, and this shows you what each one can do in combat, or in the game, I should say. Some Spec Ops rules, so if you play this again with narrative in mind, this is how you can level up your dudes and give you some extra stuff to play narrative. Here's some of your requisitions that you can get for narrative play. And then your Pathfinders is the same thing, except you're going to get a 12-man team, or a 13-man team, maybe. Yeah, something like that. So, same deal. You're going to get all their extra stuff, their ploys. You're going to get all their data sheets, all the different drones, their Spec Ops rules, what extra stuff they get, their specialists, their rare equipment, assets, all that, and then their requisitions. And then these are some extra rules for the new door rules and hatches, as well as punishing vanishing points, ruined walls, and then new missions. So just like in the last kill team in the Octarius book, there is specific missions. This is no different, so there's 9 missions for Spec Ops in this book. So if you play narrative, or if you just want to play a different kind of game, you can go ahead and use these rules to play a game with your friends. So there you go. Then at the back you get Adeptus Sororitas and Tau Empire data slates for narrative play. And then you get the data card for each of your operatives and you can use that narrative play to keep track of your specialists, what they've done, their experience points, if they've gotten any battle honors or scars. And that's the Octarius book. So I'm going to start maybe tonight. I think I'm going to start by assembling the terrain, and then go from there. Especially since I don't have bases, that's going to be a problem. And then we'll figure it out. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys stick around for the new content. I don't think I'm going to hold myself to a really hard standard on getting content out at like a time frame or anything like that. I would ideally like to get content out every week, but with my job, that's not something that it's not a luxury I'm really afforded, and I don't want to burden myself down any further than I need to with that. So expect updates on this project as well as other miniature things that I've been doing. I've got a lot of kill teams in the works. I'd like to show you how I paint them. I'd like to talk about them, and then, you know, hopefully you enjoy and decide to join me on this journey. So sorry for talking your ear off. Thanks for sticking around if you made it to this point. There's links down in the description if you want to check those out. If you want to share this with your friends, it helps the channel grow. There's a ton of other ways to do that, but I'm not really too worried about that right now. I'm just trying to have fun with this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Later.